What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another episode of Raiders Strike, a series I do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time here inside of Destiny. In this series, I like to do the raids, I also like to do strikes, and I like to share those experiences with you guys. I also like to give my thoughts and opinions on things going on inside of Destiny, as well as talk about stuff that's coming or whatever. The last few days I've been talking about the update, and I figure, you know what, let's go ahead and finish that off. However, before I get into that, I have to make a quick little side note. If you guys watch this series and my Road to Max Prestige series, you know that today there was no episode. Short answer, there was a technical issue. I'll talk about it on Monday, and I'll explain what's going to happen then. Moving on. So, the patch went live yesterday, and I got to experience it in the Nightfall. So that in of itself, by the way, the Nightfall, oh my god. The only good thing that came from the Nightfall this week is I absolutely have no reason to do the weeklies. I got 24 strange coins and a legendary hand cannon. That I'm actually kind of happy with the legendary hand cannon. I'll have to show it to you guys at some point, but I was very disappointed in the 24 fucking strange coins. By the way, Geo, you should, should really try a little more not to die at this point, especially if we're going to try doing flawless raid. Just saying. Alright, all fairness to Geo, it's kind of my fault he died, so yeah. Anywho, oh god, what was that, Geo? What's that? Oh, fuck you too, dude. Anyways, that's actually what was said in the game chat, by the way. Speaking of which, for those of you wondering if I'm going to be doing live comms in this series, yes, eventually I'm going to start doing live commentaries. The biggest problem I have is that, well, some of these fuckers don't know when not to say certain shit, and they tend to just say whatever, which, you know, hey, when we're in our own little chat, it's fine. But when I'm filming, it's a little more risky because, well, they don't have a filter between mouth and brain. And the shit some of these fuckers say, man. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see YouTube's terms of service just coming after me big time. So, yeah, let's not go that route just yet. Anyways, one more thing really quick before I get back to the update. This is not a flawless run, as you're going to see in this very episode. We do really well when we do these raids. Sometimes shit goes sideways. And I'm almost tempted to post as a really long podcast where I get some of the guys together and just talk over the whole thing. A run we did the other day that took us almost 2 fucking hours. And that's the run, by the way. I was going to upload the end of that run in this episode where Yippee kind of gets a little mad because a certain event took place. I'm not going to spoil it. You guys will eventually see it, but I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about. I have it on my hard drive. I just got to decide whether or not I want to do that or just added it, post it as a side thing or added it to an episode. I don't know. It will not be added into this episode. I'll explain why at a later date, but for right now, let's just leave it alone. I'm gonna be nice, Yippee. Just saying. I know you watch this shit, so yeah, I'm being nice. Alright, moving on. So patch comes out, and it of course does the weapon balancing. And oh yeah, one last thing, this is pre-patch footage for those of you that are wondering. So the auto rifles did see a pretty substantial nerf in certain situations. In other ones, from my understanding, the raid rifle actually got a bit of a buff. It's as weird as that sounds, the raid rifle got a bit of a buff. It's actually pretty damn good compared to what it was before, which I thought was funny. I'm all, how is this possible? They just nerfed all of the auto rifles, yet for some reason this weapon is, oh yeah, I thought I could make it. Nope. So I noticed that in a patrol, a guy was using the raid rifle and he was doing monstrous amounts of damage, and I just didn't make sense to me considering the nerf to auto rifles. I haven't really seen an issue with hand cannons yet. Then again, I don't really own a whole lot of them. Just saying. I know there's a glitch, or from what I understand, there's a glitch with the Mythic class with this patch if you use it in Crucible. Again, not something I do, so not that concerned about it. Just saying. That was really dumb. So, overall, as far as the nerfs, the heaviest nerf, if anything, was to the auto rifles. But, oh my god, the buff to pulse rifles wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. It's still good. I just wish it was a little bit better, just a little more. I mean, hell, give pulse rifles a little extra critical hit damage, and I'll be happy. You know, if you're obviously not, they're obviously not going to buff impact on certain rifles, and that makes sense, or certain weapons in general, but give certain weapon classes maybe higher crit damage. I mean, auto rifles are what they are. They're not going to go any higher than this. They might actually wind up getting more of a nerf before it's all said and done, which is really depressing that they're constantly balancing weapons primarily for PvP and not for PvE. Just not even gonna bother. So the pulse rifle buff though was actually pretty good. I understand that the Red Death is just a beast in Crucible now. I really want one. I'm praying on all that is good and just in the world that Xur will be selling that or the Gallahorn this week. There is a statement out there that Xur's not going to be selling Gallahorn ever again, apparently, which doesn't make sense considering he's only sold it once. I also think he's only sold the Red Death, what, once or twice. Both times Xur was selling it, I didn't have the strange coins for it. Kind of depressed now because I really want that gun, especially with the recent buff. Oh, I really want that gun. What else? The reputation gauge, okay, I'll be honest with you, I actually found myself using it, so alright, you win. I gotta give Bungie due on that one. The moment I realized, hey look, oh hey, on top of that it also shows me how many marks I have. Whoops, didn't know that part. It's actually pretty useful, especially now that I'm starting to do factions. Literally, I started doing them yesterday and didn't even think about it. But ultimately, I'm still like, they could have added more than just that. But it's useful, so I can't complain on that front. What else was there that I just... Let me think. Hang on. Thinking. I haven't really had a chance to do the weekly heroic yet, so I don't know how the matchmaking works. I do know I have heard already of people just sitting at the spawn and not doing a fucking thing. That's fucking bullshit, and there needs to be a vote to kick added, especially... Oh, Ghost Spartan just pulled a ghost move. Good job. Fucking Geo. God damn it, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, vote to kick. That's something I've wanted for strikes for a while now, but actually now that there's higher difficulty strikes that you can do with the weekly heroic, and people are still doing that crap, that's been my #1 complaint with strikes in this game since the game came out, is that people will do that. And I have seen people get epic rewards such as a Gallahorn or a Monte Carlo or fucking, Jesus Christ, the stuff I've seen. I saw a guy get the fucking Gallahorn twice over. Not the same guy, but I've seen it happen twice, where a guy who didn't do a fucking thing gets rewards. That needs to change. I mean, you know, the whole random number generating, I get that. I get the RNG aspects of rewards, but there has to be some feasible way to punish those that don't actually interact in the game. You know, I understand they added in the kill switch. If you get to the boss and the guy hasn't moved from the spawn, it'll wipe the whole thing and everyone's dead. Whatever. I get that, but I just, yeah. Again, I haven't had to deal with the frustration of the weekly heroic strike having someone to sit there, but I've heard of it happening already, and that's really disappointing to me. It's why is this a thing, you know? So, by the way, I have no idea why I thought running in there with a fusion rifle was a great idea, especially when I saw all the oracles up. I'm like, oh hey, this would be fine. No. But I don't know, guys. I think the patch was good in the small amount that it did. I still wish there was more. I know they've already announced there's going to be another patch sometime in the next. Well, they didn't actually say this, but there's basically going to be another patch sometime in the next 2 weeks. So you know, I can't complain about that. You know, I'm happy that there's going to be another patch, but I'm wondering how effective this patch is going to be. What are they going to add? What are they going to take out? What are they going to change from the patch that they just put in? I guess we'll find out soon enough, as yes, I have now gotten my second Vex Mythic class while playing this raid. I was going to say strike. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will be back next week. And again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do Crota for you guys. I'm going to try really hard to bring a Crota run. Probably it'll be normal mode because, yeah, just there's reasons. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you did enjoy this episode. I'll be back tomorrow, next week with another one. Until next time, adios. Obviously, it's coming, so I'm excited for that, by the way, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm hoping it'll be today, but more than likely, best case scenario, it'll be tomorrow. Worst case, well, best case is today. Second best is tomorrow. Worst case is Friday. I don't think they can up Friday. Hoping, fingers crossed, all that good stuff that is coming later. I really don't know what to say on that. I'm really hoping that's man. I really am. But like I said, Crota was just